The winner for the second piece was submitted by a lady who chooses to be just known as Anonymous. Her title was Beware Ladies. Now we'll look at the piece and then we'll get to her comment and the jury comment. These are the comments received by the lady who wanted to remain anonymous. Your art pieces remind me of my recent and seemingly never-ending divorce and child custody hearings. Everyone seems to know better than you what is best for your children. The legal system, government, educators, and know-it-all psychologists want to dictate how you should raise them and what morals and values they should be taught. If you go along with their ideals, they reward you with a few cookies and ease up on harassment. They forget and don't acknowledge that they are your kids, not theirs. Suspect my ex-husband will be voting for Obama, hoping that the government will pay his alimony and child support and replace his parental obligations with some new social program. Look out, ladies. This guy only wants your vote. He reminds me of the man I married. All those promises. And now, where is he when we, our family, need him? If you pass my views on, please don't use my name. It has been hard enough getting back on my feet again and out there. Don't need any more advice. I would simply call your art Beware Ladies. You always like stirring the pot, would be interested in what you've gotten from others, and if my ex responded, no, you refuse to get involved in our issues. The kids send their love and hope you will stop by when you come down our way. Then following that, after viewing that, the jury noted that this entry realistically expressed the views of many women out there concerned about women's issues. We were not pro one candidate or the other, but felt this lady brought up many points confronting females outside of birth control and abortion. We also became aware that this individual had relinquished her professional standing to raise her family and is now having to also battle her previous professional organization to get reinstatement. Not something I expected that my art would bring out, but then that's what makes art wonderful on a one-to-one basis. The winner for naming the third piece is Pat Donegan, who is involved in the entertainment business down in LA. His title, which he submitted, was Cheap Republican Game Show. Where you will now look at the art and then his comments and the jury's comments. Pat's comment was very simple. It said, "Expected more from you than this cheap shot. Just proves why Democrats control things in Hollywood." One of the interesting things the jury asked me about was, does all that go on down in LA? I said, well, look, who's voting for him? And they also noted in comment that, again, responses came from both sides of the political aisle, and were vehement and adamant. And they jokingly asked me, you've associated with all these people, and have you ever had parties with them all there? And I said, well, I tried it a few times, but I wouldn't advise it. Select your invitation list, to where you don't have that sort of involvement. The winner for naming the fourth piece of art is Bob Lucas, and the title he submitted was The Dream Team. I don't want to give you too much information on Bob, and if you met him, you would understand why, I choose not to do so. Again, let's look at the art and then Bob's comments and the jury's comments. I'm going to have a little fun here and kind of read Bob's comments as I hear them typing then and coming out of his mouth. Name it the Dream Team. Those politicians can't resist all that jiggling or putting their hand underneath the men's room toilet partition. They want us to believe that the NFL is the #1 sport in the USA. But baby, it's all about sex. You got Van Jones there in drag, wondering if he drank enough Red Bull. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, slick-lipped and needing her ceiling painted. Sandra Fluke trying to decide if peanut butter, KY, or free pills will make her day. And then there's the boy, POTUS, wondering why he needs to eat broccoli or admit he was born in Australia or would love to get into a rule football scrum with these honeys. They're all sickos, and all they want to do is play games with it. My mother never believed any of my lies. Am I supposed to believe theirs and let them have all the fun at my expense? The jury noted that most males made sexual comments in regards to this piece, while the females commented about how women were being used in both campaigns. They felt as if he was more equal in chastising both parties compared to most others. They also wondered if the label, the sicko, might also be applied here. Just remember, we love you, Bob.